souls quietly behind the doors.
Hey Bucks County, it's Martha, and we are about to give a call in to Britt. We got Brittany Around Town. She's coming on board here in just a couple minutes. It's going to be a second here. We're going to dial into her. And we are about to give Britt a call. I am sure she's super excited and nervous. All right, here we go.
Hello.
Oh, there she is. It's the infamous Britt Around Town. Hey, Brittany, how are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. This is Bucks County Bytes, and we've been talking about this for a while. We wanted to really give you a call. You are this really wonderful person out there in Bucks County, and I'm honored to have you here on this show. You have no idea.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
I am honored to have this call with you. So all of Bucks County is going to listen to you. One of the things is I've been reading up on you. Actually, I've been following you for a while. I just never really got into the whole Instagram thing. I've been on there since 2014. And somebody told me about you a long time ago, and I just never really, went on there and did the liking and posting.
Mm-hmm.
And it just in recent months, I noticed it more. It's like, wow, this girl's really got amazing things. She sees all of Bucks County. She sees all of this wonderful food and shops and just the coolest landscapes and architecture and just really it's the history of Bucks County. You see it all.
I do. It's a very beautiful county to explore.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into this idea of doing the blogs here in Bucks County.
So I was born and raised in Bucks County, and I've lived in all three sections. So I've lived in Lower, Central, and now Upper Bucks. So I've seen pretty much every town and every area. But I actually just got involved in the blogging within this past year for our area and helping the local businesses and exploring and everything Bucks County. Before that, I was doing posting for my fitness journey and my gym and all stuff involving that. I did that for about a year and a half, 2 years. And then through that, I got involved with the Pine to Pink Foundation, which raises money for local breast cancer patients in our area. And I started doing similar posting for them. And within doing the posting for Pine to Pink, I got to know a lot of our local business owners, and they tell me their story. Okay. And I loved posting about them as well. So it just kind of spiraled from one thing. That's how you started.
That's a good question. I'm glad you brought up I'm really happy you brought up the Pine to Pink. Actually, I just shared your post. I just saw you had one up and I went and shared it. And I really take that to heart myself. Because in my background, I used to ride the 200 milers. I've done the leukemia runs. I've gone to other countries. I've done marathons. Mm-hmm. And I really was into the whole fitness thing. And I really believed in raising money and awareness. And this is, during my college years I was doing it. And so when I saw that, I read that beautiful, my gosh, this beautiful post that Brittany has put up. And it's about her family, and it just was a very emotional thing to read. And I really had to go see what's going on there. You had family that has cancer, so you really had, a touching write up on that. And is this how you got involved with the Pine to Pink then, because the family?
Yes.
Yeah.
It kind of found me right when I needed it too.
Okay. And that's a good time that you did have it, because you needed it. You needed that in your life.
Yeah.
And then you're helping other people, getting that word out there that you're spreading the information about Pine to Pink. And we will put that in this podcast. We're going to actually put a link in there, not just about your information, but we'll put Pine to Pink in there also. So that they can actually go ahead and click on that, and they can help out. money, or if they want to just, volunteer or donate, whatever they can do. So that's incredible. I have to say, what's your favorite part of the area of Bucks County? Where we're in the upper end of Bucks County. You've seen so much of the town and the outskirts of it. And Pines of Pink is really, it's amazing that you're doing that. But with everything that you've been around, you've seen everything. What is your favorite area of Bucks, would you say?
It's going to sound very cliche. But I love the state line marker on New Hope Lambertville Bridge.
That too.
There's just something magical about knowing that you're in two places at once.
I saw that.
It's very cliche.
No, I actually did that myself too. I didn't know it was there. We went walking out to, we were in New Hope. We walked the bridge, and this was one of the first times I did, like, oh my gosh, you're in Pennsylvania, you're in New Jersey. I have to take a picture. This is great. I love it. And there, that's great. Actually, we have to put that up there on your podcast photo. Maybe we'll use that. No, that is great. But you've been to a lot of restaurants, and you've been to a lot of shops too, from all over. Do you have a favorite here of all the people that you've met in everybody's family? I mean, you meet families from all over.
Yes. That's kind of like asking someone to pick their favorite child.
Know. I know, it's so hard.
They're all very near and dear to my heart. Everyone knows, like, anything small businesses, anything local family owned. That's my area. Like, that's my interest. Anything that I can do to help support them and promote them, I love doing it. And I also love our county and our town. So I'm a travel blogger as well for Visit Bucks County. So I love posting about our area and hopefully inspiring people to come visit, because it's a very beautiful place.
Oh, it's very inspiring, because today, believe it or not, my first day I've gotten out to travel. This is, I have a Vegas trip. I have to drive to Vegas next Monday. But I got to go to New York City today. Someone asked me to take them to New York, and I haven't been out in months. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to New York City. And when I got there, it was empty. There's nobody out there. No. It's sad to say that, it's like that. But we do love our Bucks County. We really do. It's hard to see how this whole pandemic has kind of messed everything up and destroyed businesses. It really has.
But that's one thing I like about Bucks County is, even with the pandemic, like, there's so much to do outside where you're not really near people. There's all of our state parks and the Covered Bridge driving tour, and like Washington's Crossing. You can see where Washington crossed the Delaware. Like, there's just so much to do that there's never really a dull moment, even through this pandemic.
I mean, you've got the parks. You have Ralph Stover. You have the canal. Yep. The canal is 65 miles long, and you can go from one end to the other. And it's amazing. We have so much to offer here. And that's one of the things when I was going to New York, and I was telling the girl about I told her about your Instagram, what you're doing. And then of course she went on right away, and she found you, and now she's following you, and she's like, this is great. She's like, I really want to just tell other people what she's doing, and this is kind of like a guide for people we can go and see this and what she's posting. I was like, she's got a fantastic an array of everything she's done, and it makes you hungry. It makes you want to go to the restaurants. It makes you want to go shopping. I want to go shopping every time I look at your Instagram. It's like,
I have people come and they're like, I want to come eat with you. I just want to go out
to eat. I wanted to have ice cream with you so bad. It's like, I'm so jealous. She's having ice cream, or she's got a milkshake, or she's in this little quaint shop. I'm like, okay, I'm so jealous. But no, it's fantastic. So I have a couple other questions for you. Have you ever been on a show like this, on a podcast? Has anybody done articles on you? Has anybody ever done any, magazine interviews, TV shows? Because you're popular and a lot of people know about you. So I was wondering who has gotten a hold of you.
That's really weird to hear, because I'm just me.
So, and you're a great you. We love you, and you're a great person. The personality, it's like you have this addictive personality and this life around you, and people want that, and it makes everybody happy, because it's a positive thing in a crazy pandemic world.
So I was interviewed last year for Pine to Pink. It was for, I believe, I have it written down somewhere. It's WDMR radio.
Okay.
I
Is that a
think,
local
oh,
station?
WDVR. I think it's in New Jersey. I'm not exactly sure. But they were doing podcasts on charities and volunteers. So I was asked to do one for Pine to Pink and my volunteering with them.
Oh,
So that was my
wonderful.
only ever time doing a podcast of any sort. Um,
Wow, that's
and
good. That's good. You got to do one before.
Yeah, but then I've done guest articles, none about me, but I've written guest articles for a couple different blogs. And then the only other thing that was ever written about me was before all this Britt Around Town thing, was when I was working with my gym. They wrote a blog article about me and my fitness journey and all of
Okay.
that. But other than that, no, this is a new
This is
experience.
okay. So what? So I have to ask you before. I mean, a lot of gyms are closed, and some are kind of reopening. But what gym did you go to back when you were doing the blogging back then?
Cornerstone clubs,
Oh, you're
and they are
Cornerstone.
very near and dear to my heart. I
Uh,
don't go there anymore.
Good people.
That was a really hard decision because I they're like family.
Yeah,
But I still support them in any way that I can.
yeah, good
Um,
people.
but with me living in Upper Bucks now, it was just a little bit of a hike to keep going.
It is. It's a little bit of a hike,
Yeah.
especially, we're in that, like, I'm just right outside of the town of Doylestown. So
Hmm.
I live near the Doan Gang sign, if you know, you know where that
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
In fact, talking about the Doan Gang, we are going to have them on. Probably going to try to do two people on that one. Uh,
Hmm.
but the interesting is, you had this really cool thing, and it really got me going. It's like, she's got the haunted Bucks County tour on here. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's just something about Bucks County and these taverns and all these ghosts
Yep.
and these stories.
Got a lot of
And
history.
I didn't know about it. It's like, what the heck is the Doan Gang? Well, I had to do all the research. I'm like, okay, we got ghosts, we got the gang, we got Brittany talking about all this. Okay, this is a really cool place that we live
Yep.
in. It really is. It's wonderful. So, how is all this being in Bucks? How has it influenced your writing? I mean, has it changed your writing from like a long time ago when you were actually doing the first blogs you were doing?
Well, I will tell you, I do not like to write.
Oh
Um,
my gosh, you don't
yeah,
like to write?
I
You
don't like to
would
write.
never guess.
I'm a photography nut. Like I love taking pictures. Any excuse that I have to take pictures is if that's my thing. But when you do that kind of stuff and when you post on social media and you get all that out there, blogging kind of just goes along with it.
Yeah.
So I learned very quickly, and it's one of those things where I'm growing to love it. I blog for Visit Bucks County, and any chance that I get, I'm always sending them ideas that I have for new blogs.
Oh, that's
Whenever
great.
they post ones, I'm very quick to jump on it, and it's becoming a part of the love as well.
Oh,
Um,
that's fantastic. It's
yeah.
really good to know because then we will, when we do this, when I do the write up and
Hmm.
I can put the links, I'll actually add them in there too. And you can send this podcast, you can send to anybody. And we just got on iHeartRadio yesterday.
Oh, that's
So
exciting.
that was like one of the last ones. It took a while to get on there, but they want to see consistency. They want to,
Hmm.
hear something local, and we got on. So I'm really happy to say you're going to be on iHeartRadio,
Congratulations.
and you are going to be a very, very popular because you're going to
Oh,
take the podcast and you can share it with other people, with clients of your own, with friends and family, and all the people that you come across and say, hey, I got on this podcast, and and say, oh, I talked about this hotel or that restaurant,
hmm.
because that's what I was going to say. I have a favorite restaurant. I don't know what it is. I love the Gardenville. I don't know what it is about the Gardenville. I just love the
That
old
is
tavern.
my favorite.
I didn't
I was
know.
married there. Well,
Oh,
my
you got
wedding
married at the
reception was there.
Gardenville?
My reception was there. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Yep.
I knew that you got married because, like I said, when I research, I try to research people a little bit before I go and call them. And I was like,
Hmm.
oh, she got married a couple years ago. But I didn't know it was at the the
Yep.
Gardenville reception. Yeah, their
Yep.
food is so good.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, when I drove by it the first time, I was like, oh, that's a really old tavern, but it doesn't look like they do a lot there. But then when someone told me, they're like, no, they have the best food. And I
Hmm.
went in, I was like, oh, they are so good. And
Yep.
the pierogies are to die for.
Yes, they are with that cream sauce.
Oh my gosh. It's kind of toss up between Devil's Acre and between Gardenville. And I could name more, but they're the closest ones to me, and it like takes me minutes to get there, which is really dangerous. Yeah. So yeah, I absolutely love where we live, and I hope that you keep blogging forever, because you just you do you just have a way of doing this, and you have a
Thank
great
you so
Instagram.
much.
And I think you want to tell everybody out there, how many people do you have on your Instagram now?
So I am 12 away from 2,000. So it's not a
Ooh.
lot, but one of my milestone numbers was 2,000. So I have 12 to go. So I'm almost there.
Won't take you long after this, I promise you, because that Instagram, your Facebook, everything that you have connected you will be in there, and they can contact you and see everything. And I think it won't take too long to get those 12 other people. Sure, positive. Wow, you're fantastic. Like I said, you're bringing positive to all these people out here in the chaos that we have. I mean, have you seen the way this crisis, have you seen the change in your work? I know you have a real job.
Yes.
Has it changed the way you're working, the way you're blogging, and how you're aware of the businesses that have closed down, the ones that are struggling to stay alive?
Yeah, so all of this really took off for me because of everything going on. I was furloughed from my company for a couple months, which allowed me to do what I could for our community and for our local businesses. So I took the time, I took some social media marketing courses and webinars, I did some research, and I was like, how can I use this time off to my benefit?
Mm-hmm.
And also because I wanted to apply some of that to my job when I went back, some like leadership skills and new skills in that area. So that's when I started doing all this, and everything with my Instagram that I already had set up just kind of took off. And with doing that, I got to see a lot of local businesses close their doors. And with my love for the local businesses, that really, it was touching, and it was very eye-opening of what's going on.
Yeah, I know.
So during that time, we had, there was one that is very near and dear to my heart locally as well. They had announced that they were going to close, and me and one other person did a fundraiser for them. Didn't raise enough to keep them open, but it showed how much the community was behind them, and they decided to restructure Rise and Grind Cafe.
Yeah, that's one. There's quite a few that went down. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're still afloat. They restructured their business model after we did the fundraiser for them. Like I said, they were inspired because of the backing that they had from the community to restructure and find a new business model to keep them afloat. And they're still open, and they're fantastic.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I wish they all could have survived. Like I said, I've seen so many close. And, we'll just take a drive through town. This is going back a couple months, and you see the storefronts that were empty, and they're never going to come back. And it's such a hard thing to see. And we were all struggled. All of us.
I wish I could do something for every single one of them, but I can't for them. But my posting and me trying to draw the attention and get their name out there is what I can do and what I like to do to help.
That's right. That's what we're trying to do, and that's what I'm trying to do. And, I lost my business too, and I had 700 clients previously to this. And all those people are gone because they're working differently. So I'm done. And what can I do to help you? And then the one man is an author, and he asked me to help with his books, editing, publishing, e-publishing, audio books, these kind of things. And I was really good into social media, and I was like, well, I'll just help you promote your information out there. And that's what started all this. So I was like, well, what if I start a podcast and I can help other businesses? What if I go and interview these people and just, put their information in that podcast. Turn the podcast into a YouTube. Get it out there so people are aware to see it, to hear it, and help them. I could help them. It'll help me. That's how I'm looking at it. It gets my information out as well as all of them.
Yeah.
And that's what I needed to do. It's just like, all right, I need the voices heard. I need to talk to people again. I had all these people. I talked to everybody. And like now I'm stuck at home. I can't talk to the people like I did before. But this is great. This works. And it was like, so I was so excited to talk to you. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never met Britt. I've only seen her.
Aww.
But I'm going to get to hear her voice, and she's going to tell me all about everything she's done. And I just, was so happy that we could do this. And see, you weren't so nervous, were you?
Yeah. Like I said, I've never really done anything like this before. I try to be very modest. So when you even asked me for the interview, I was like, oh my gosh, like you want to interview me?
Yes.
I'm usually trying to do this for other people.
Well, it's about time somebody actually calls you and talks to you, because I mean, you're making it happen for everybody out there. And now I'm making it happen for you. So that in turn helps people find you. They find those businesses too. Yep. That's how it works. You get this full circle effect and just help all the people. And it's not just here on the local residents. I mean, I have a person tomorrow. I'm actually talking, she's in California, you know, and she's about health and wellness. And I've had contact with her for years. So I'm trying to connect everybody together that can help everybody out.
Yes.
You know, if we come together as a whole, we can help everyone possible. You know, people that are suffering, people that are lost their businesses, have lost their jobs, all these millions of people. And you just want to reach out to whoever you can. And this is a way to do it.
And I do this when I travel too. My family has a lake house up in Northeast Pennsylvania. So when I go up there, I do the same thing up there.
Oh, great.
But
That's great.
Obviously, I live in Bucks County. My heart is in Bucks County.
Yes.
So that's where a majority of my focus lies.
Yeah. Well, that's a great thing, because we all want you to stay here. Don't ever move.
Oh.
Never leave. I'm sure people would miss you too much if you did that. You're like this. You're a fixture here. You really are. You're part of Bucks County. Your blood, your sweat, your love. It's here in the soil of Bucks County. So don't go away.
I won't.
All right. Well, I am so happy that we are able to do this, and I do have your favorite music that's going to be playing beginning of the podcast and at the end. So I'm going to let you get back to doing your thing. And it was a pleasure. And we will catch up with you come fall. How's that? And see what's going on. Because I know we've got, hopefully we can see some of the hay rides and some of the beautiful Halloween and the lights of everything. Hopefully we don't miss all that. I just hope that nothing shuts all that down. But,
me too.
Yeah, we'll pray and hope. Okay. Yeah. All right, Britt, you have a great day. Love talking to you. And
it was wonderful to talk to you.
You take care, and I will send you the podcast, and you can send it off to everybody and look for it out there in our social media world.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You as well.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everybody, that was the most excellent podcast with Britt. She's one heck of a lady, and I hope everybody gets on the podcast and goes ahead and checks out her Instagram, her Facebook, everything that she's done with Pine to Pink. And I really do appreciate all that she's done. It really does mean a lot to her. And we're going to go ahead and end this podcast session and look forward to the next one, which is coming up tomorrow. I'll be talking to Claudia. And on Monday, I leave for Vegas with a puppy. And I will be doing a podcast on the road. Quite a few of them, actually. So everybody, enjoy your day out there in Bucks County, because it is gorgeous. The weather is absolutely amazing. Enjoy every minute you have. Everybody, take care of yourself. Over and out. Bucks County Bytes.
Candlelights and empty souls quietly behind the doors are bleeding us just for fun. Men of power telling lies with shifty hands and thirsty eyes, and they can smell your fear like blood. Oh, my weary soul, we met your kind before. Set fire to a soul, and oh, sweet Providence, come save us. ourselves, from hell and consequence. Feed the rich and kill the poor, turn out the lights and just ignore what's going on outside. The beating hearts of the depraved, we've turned the people into slaves, and we've given up before we've even tried. And oh my weary soul, we met your kind before, set fire to us soul. And oh sweet providence, come save us from ourselves, from hell and consequence.